Hey, listen, I'm getting ready to share three reasons why you won't let go of what's no longer serving you. And I'm talking personally, professionally, and even in your business. If you happen to be watching this video, maybe it was shared with you by someone, or it just popped up on your feed and you don't quite know who I am, I'm glad you're here. And I want to invite you to just stick with me for just a couple of minutes. I promise I won't hold you super long this time. But I'm Danielle, the coach. I'm a certified life and leadership coach. And I help part and full time entrepreneurs navigate and balance the demands of life, leadership, and business. And so if you happen to be here with me live, hey, do me a favor and say, hey, D, if you're here with me live. If you happen to catch the replay, that's cool too. I'm still glad that you're here. Do me a favor and type replay in the comments so that I know that you were here, and I'll come back through and show you some love as well, no matter where you are watching this. If you know that you have been holding on to things, people, circumstances that are no longer serving you, and you know it, right? And you've known it for some time, but you just do not have the strength or the confidence to let said thing or things go. You've tried, maybe you haven't tried, right? But especially if you've tried to do it in your own will and your own strength and your own might, and you haven't quite been able to release those things that are no longer serving you in order to make space for the things that do, the things that could. I want to invite you to book a free strategy session with me. Like, you don't have to figure this thing out by yourself. Accountability could be what you're absolutely missing, but also you're too close to your issue. You're too close to your situation, and it's holding you back from creating and living the life of your wildest dreams unapologetically. And I'm like on the edge of my seat, ready to jump in and give you like the three reasons why you just won't let go of those things that are no longer serving you. But I at least wanted to make that invitation like out the gate. The link is in the caption of the video wherever you may be watching this. And if you're on Facebook, I'll come back through and drop the link in the comments as well. But it's there for you. So if you're here with me live, hey, do me a favor, say hey. If you're catching the replay, type replay for me. But listen, I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to get in. I'm going to get out. So the first reason why you won't let go of what's no longer serving you is pride and ego. And here's how these are key indicators that tell me when pride and ego are at play is when your thoughts and your conversation, your sentences begin with or include can't and should. I can't do this because X, Y, and Z. I can't do that because X, Y, and Z. Or I should be able to figure this out. I should this, I should that. Those two words, can't and should, will keep you stuck, feet cemented to the ground, will keep you withering away slowly, sometimes consciously, sometimes subconsciously, in places and spaces and maybe relationships that are absolutely positively no longer serving you, that maybe you've outgrown, um, but that are not supporting you in tapping into and fulfilling your life's purpose. And so I want to shine a light on that can't and that should, because it comes up so very much. And prime example, I hear it a lot when I have strategy sessions with prospective clients, and even with clients that do opt to work with me for the support and accountability that they desire in creating the life of their wildest dreams. It's the can't, like what's in the way. It's the can'ts, it's the shoulds. Says who? Who said that you can't do something? Who said that you should, right? Who made the rules? Who who took your power away? Who are you giving your power away to, right? And my challenge for you is to really think about the root of your can'ts and your shoulds. And do you really believe them? Do you choose to align yourself with those thoughts and ideologies from this point forward? Are those thoughts serving you, right? How might they be limiting you? Pride and ego, pride and ego, pride and ego is, these are not ranked in any particular order, but that's number one on the list today of why you won't let go of what's no longer serving you, is pride and ego, and those can'ts and those shoulds that are keeping you stuck, keeping you unfulfilled, um, adding to your jadedness, adding to the funk and the misery that you have been um, kind of swirling in and taking up space. It's that pride and that ego. Like, I guarantee you it's no longer serving you. And I guarantee you that's a prime reason why you just won't let go. The second reason why you won't let go of what's no longer serving you is complacency. And how I tend to paint this picture is it's a matter of you self-soothing in the discomfort of whatever it is that you just won't let go of. You're holding on for whatever reasons. Could be fear. It could be a lack of vision about what's possible. It could be lack mindset in general. You don't think that there's anything better. You don't think anything else is possible. You think that this is it. Like, it doesn't get any better for you. And so in the complacency and self-soothing in your discomfort, it's just, you're not really happy with the situation or circumstance. Could be relationship. It you know it, but you have begun to build a fort or fortress around you, right? Your mind, your heart, your soul, all of the things, so that you can just survive, right? It's a survival mechanism, as opposed to you being clear about, hey, this it was a good run, or maybe it wasn't a good run, but yeah, I'm good on this. I'm out, right? And even if there isn't anything to replace that, I'm better off with it just being me. I'm better off without it. I'm okay letting it go. Whatever your it is. And the it thing, the thing that you want, or things that you just won't let go, it's subjective to the individual. And you know the thing or things that you just won't let go, right? And so apply what I'm saying to your things, to your vice or your vices. But that complacency piece is just you finding some way to just make it through, just pushing through. Um, and it's turning a blind eye to some things. You won't face some things. You'll overlook some things, all in the name of just like managing through the discomfort. You don't like it there anymore. However, you also aren't confident enough to do something about it. And there's a lack of trust that you have in probably God, in your abilities, right? A lack of clarity about your purpose and what you're here to do and how you're here to show up, who you're here to serve. Because if you're clear on all of those things, you absolutely positively will not remain in places that have you positioned out of alignment with who it is that you are here to be and what it is that you're here to accomplish. You just won't do that, right? So that complacency, if you're complacent, if you've just settled for whatever is being given to you, whatever has presented itself, again, in life in general, personal life, in your business, in relationships, right? I'm a life coach and leadership coach. We span the gamut because as things happen in life, it can affect how you show up in business. When things happen in business, it can affect how you show up on a personal front. So there's this thread of who we are as human beings, right? That carries throughout all of the places and spaces that we take up. And so it's important and imperative to take account for the spaces where we are holding on to things, where we won't let go of things that are no longer serving us, that are weighing us down. And so, yes, this is a delicate conversation. However, the individuals that this is for, this is for you if you know that you have been toiling with something and you've almost just given up even trying to fight the good fight. This is for you. If pride and ego have been in the way, if you've been puffed up, you care about what people think, if you let go of whatever the thing is that you've been holding on to for so long for dear life, that you've been touting, the thing that has kind of been like your claim to fame. And I'm speaking in general, right? But I know that the words that I am saying are resonating with someone, and that someone just may be you, and the thing or the things that you have been holding on to, right? you know and I'm here to ruffle your feathers on purpose, because there is more to this thing called life in all of the components of your life that exist that are waiting for you. There's some things that you may have not even tapped into because you have become complacent and you're holding on to for dear life of this thing or things that are in the way of the greater that's in store for you. And so if you could muster up a bit of confidence, muster up a bit of faith in saying, I know that this can't be life. I know that there is more for me than what I am holding on to. And if you would just admit to yourself that maybe you're holding on because of fear, right? Maybe you're holding on because you lack vision. You stopped having goals. You stopped believing in what was possible. Maybe you got knocked down a couple of times, right? Maybe you took a couple of L's. Okay, but what were the lessons in that? You gotta get back up and go get what's yours. But you always get to choose. One thing my clients will tell you, and to this day, they even tell me that they hear me in the moment as life is happening, as business is happening, and just different at different times in different moments. But they hear me saying, "You get to choose. You always get to choose." And they end up telling themselves, "I get to choose. I get to choose." So, are you choosing to stay stuck? Are you choosing to stay tethered to things that are no longer serving you? Or are you making the choice to see what's possible? Are you making the choice to bet on you and God? Are you making the choice to take life back under your own control and not just be like a leaf blowing in the wind, going wherever the winds of life take you? You get to choose. What choice have you been making? The third reason why you won't let go of what's no longer serving you is because you're too tired to fight for better and advocate for yourself. And that fatigue is real. It's mental fatigue, right? You're juggling lots of balls. You're a go-getter. You got a lot going on. You may still be juggling a 9 to 5 and working in your business. You can have kids, right? You could be married, could have a relationship, have a partner, all of these things, right? Could be a caregiver, and you could be all of the above at one time. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so you could be burnt out and you just don't have the aptitude or the desire to fight and advocate for yourself. And I get that. I get that. By the time you finish doing all of the things and advocating for everybody else and being all the things to all the people in all the ways, you got that S on your chest, right? And you wear it proudly. By the time you get around to taking care of you, you don't have the energy. You're done. You're done. And there are moments where you feel like, well, who's going to fight for me, right? Who's going to take care of me? And there are times that I know that you probably feel like nobody's going to take care of me. I gotta take care of me too, in addition to everybody else, right? On the job, right? In the business, caregiving responsibilities, whether it's for the elderly or children, right? Doing your part as a significant other in a relationship, being the humanitarian that you are and the philanthropist that you are. There's a lot of balls that you're juggling. And so in the one area or a couple of areas where you just know you're playing yourself, you're playing small, you're selling yourself short, you are tolerating nonsense, and you just won't let it go. And it could be because you're mentally fatigued, you're unable to can. And so I understand, right? I get it. And everybody's not saying this, right? Everybody's not out here saying, "Oh, I get that you're tired." No, they're looking at you crazy. But no, I understand from a different capacity. I get it, right? And because I get it, I want to make an invitation to you to book a free strategy session. At the end of the day, you get to choose. But I need you to understand that taking action is a decision, and taking no action is also a decision. Inaction is just as much as of a decision as intentional action. And so with inaction, you're making a decision to do nothing. You're making a decision to allow pride and ego to keep you from the abundance that is your birthright. By choosing inaction, you are choosing to remain complacent and band-aid and self-soothe instead of just ripping the band-aid off and addressing the wound so that it can heal properly and you can move on to bigger and better. Choosing inaction is you allowing yourself to succumb from the mental fatigue, the physical fatigue of doing all of the things, right? And then having this thing or these two or three things that are like thorns in your side, but you just won't address it. And if you have addressed it, you won't make the decision that needs to be made, right? You're still holding on. You have the authority to make the hard calls and make the difficult decisions. Initiate the hard conversations. Put your foot down and let it be known what you're not doing, what you're not dealing with, what you're not tolerating, and what's not going with you into your next season, your next venture, your next relationship, your next job, what you're not dealing with. Like, no, you get to choose. You get to set the boundaries for you. You get to choose. And just know that with every moment and every opportunity to make a decision, every time that you choose inaction, you decided to do nothing. It's not like you're getting the pass because you didn't make a decision to do the thing. No, you made a decision to do nothing. So you are choosing to stay in the space that you are. You are choosing to play small. You are choosing to allow your purpose to escape you. You are choosing to live a life of what ifs. I can tell you one thing about me. I refuse to take what ifs to my grave. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. Why? Because it's a decision. If there are things that I desire, things that interest me, things that I want to do, things that I want to explore, it's up to me to kickstart them, right? Because I want to. Case in point, when I was working my 9 to 5, for years I wondered how successful I might be if I worked as hard for myself as I do for this organization. I wonder. Listen, the itch has been scratched. I know how successful I could be, right? I no longer have to wonder and sit at my desk sit at a desk doing something that just does not do it for me. No, I leaned into it and it feels amazing. Amazing. So, the three reasons why you won't let go of what's no longer serving you: pride and ego, complacency, and just fatigue, mental and physical fatigue. So if these resonate with you and you're absolutely fatigued, you're having, you've been complacent for a while, you don't know how to shake out of that. The pride and ego thing may have just like cut you in your throat when you heard me say it. I want to invite you to book a free strategy session. Like, there is so much more available to you and waiting for you to just say yes. Saying yes without having all of the steps mapped out on day one. No, all you need is the next step. And if you may not know what the next step is, so I want to invite you to have that conversation with me, right? So we can see what next might look like for you and what new decisions that you are consciously desiring to make, that you are willing to consciously make, shift, that's my thing, to shift things in your world and not only create but live the life of your wildest dreams, because you're here for a reason. And if you're not in alignment, living in alignment, operating in alignment, moving in alignment, making decisions in alignment with your God-given purpose, you're working backwards. You're doing it wrong. And I say that with love and no judgment, but I'm telling you, when you tap into your purpose, when you align and that thing clicks in gear, listen, the game forever changes. And so I'm here to support you with that. I would love to support you with that. So if this resonated with you and you know that, yeah, you're admitting to yourself, maybe even out loud, you're probably over there with your own amen choir, and you know, like I'm tap dancing on your, I'm on your pew, about to step on your toes. Maybe I already stepped on them. I get it, right? But that's why I'm here. That's I'm aligned with my purpose, and I'm here to help you align with yours, and to free you from the things that are no longer serving you, that are keeping you stuck, that you just won't let go of out of fear, which means you lack faith. Well, your fear outweighs your faith, and it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you complacent, and that's not a good look on you, right? There's so much more. Ask me how I know. So again, I want to invite you to book a free strategy session, not now, but right now. And if you're talking yourself out of it, oh, I don't know, why? Why? If you want something different, you got to do something different. And don't get me wrong, there's no pressure. However, if your spirit is agitated, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. You're settling, and there's more to this thing for you. So tap the link in the comments, and I'm sorry, in the caption of the video, wherever you may be watching it, and book your free strategy session. Let's have a conversation. There's going to be some questions that you got to answer before you're able to pick a time and book the call. Make sure you answer those questions. Pick the date and time that's available that best aligns with your schedule, and we'll have a conversation. In full transparency, I'm going to let you know now that if in talking to you, if I think that there is something that I can support you with, if I'm confident in that, I will make an invitation for you to work with me in a deeper, richer capacity. Because why not? So I just want to manage your expectations on that. Okay. So tap the link in the caption wherever you're watching this, book your call. And if you happen to catch the replay, do me a favor and type replay in the comments, and I'll come back through and show you some love. If this resonated with you in the least bit, do me a favor and let me know. Drop a comment and let me know if you know somebody that needs to hear this, or somebody dropped in your spirit while you were listening. Send this to them, tag them, share the wealth. I'm definitely here for it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.